Hey there, this is Dr. Renee Pleasant of Pleasant Leadership Consulting, where we inspire your leadership freedom. So welcome back to the last video in our series entitled Leadership. And today we're going to talk about leadership blind spots. And I'm going to tell you right now, I took all this fantastic material from my mentor, John C. Maxwell. And I'm going to list the blog the podcast that I took this from in the notes. So if you're interested in listening to his podcast, I highly recommend it. He is a phenomenal speaker, and well, he's just got a plethora of great material in his library. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead with this series on this video. And again, it is just a recap of his wonderful podcast. And I encourage you to listen to him. And he has these wonderful worksheets that you can listen to and take notes on. And if you miss anything from his podcast, it comes with an answer key. So winner on that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about some of the common blind spots in leadership. So as a leader, you need to first admit you don't have it all together. You're going to have some blind spots. Most people have blind spots, but few people see their own blind spots. And we see ourselves based upon our intentions of our activities, but ironically, we tend to gauge others based upon their actions. So as a leader, we have to admit that there is a double standard, and you have to be honest with yourself before you're honest with other people. So many people can be hurt by a leader's own blind spot. And to be a top-notch, effective, strong leader, you have to be aware of your blind spots, and you have to make those accommodations for those in order to be the best effective leader possible. So there are 6 blind spots that are noted here, and that leaders need to be aware of. And the first one is your singular perspective of a situation. So this all boils down to how you look at any given situation, and it's what separates a leader from a follower. You see, a leader looks at any situation under the perspective or through the perspective of one thing. Leaders say, what or how will this affect other people? So that's their single perspective. How will it affect other people? But a follower is going to say, how will this affect me? So your perspective is it a me perspective or is it an other perspective? And that is the number one blind spot you have to think about. Is it a me or others? The other blind spot that leaders have to be aware of is insecurity. And as humans, we all have it in some degree, in some form, in some area in our life. So, is insecurity one of your blind spots? So you remember Jeff Foxworthy, you might be a redneck if? Well, here we've got some things. You might be an insecure leader if you have a hard time giving credit to your followers. You might be an insecure leader if you keep information from your staff. You might be an insecure leader if you keep staff from being exposed to other leaders. You might be an insecure leader if you feel threatened by growth to your followers. Or you might be an insecure leader if you micromanage. Thank you for watching this video. And as I mentioned at the top of the video, I will be dropping in the link for the John Maxwell podcast. I highly recommend that you watch it. He goes into greater detail. This is just a breeze of the podcast itself. This concludes our series on leadership, but we are starting a new series on team management, and I invite you to subscribe to our channel so that you can watch all the upcoming videos that we have on that. If you would like more information on leadership coaching or business consulting, please contact us at www.pleasantleadership.com or contact us at 813-412-5663. Until our next video this coming Friday, please have a stellar day each day that we're away, and I hope that you lead your team well until we see you again.